Hi everyone, good afternoon. I'm Kate. I'm an English teacher on Verbling. And today's class is for intermediate learners who want to practice making conversation. So essentially today we will be practicing speaking English in a very natural way, right? So in scenarios that native speakers encounter on a day-to-day basis, and they're not necessarily things that you study in school. Okay. And for those of you who are new to Verbling, uh, Verbling is a language learning platform with classes available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So no matter where you are, you can improve your English. Okay, so we already have some students in the class, and all of you are returning students. It's nice to have you. So hi, Sue Ming.
Hello, how are you doing?
Doing very well. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good. And then we have Matt again. Hi.
Hi, hello.
Hello, how are you?
Fine, thanks.
Good. Hi, Hussein. Okay.
Thanks. I say thanks.
Ah, good. No, I was trying
Nice,
to say hi.
nice, nice,
Hi.
nice. Okay, it's okay.
All right. Hi, Daniel.
Hi, teacher. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you doing?
Yeah, well,
Good. Okay. And hello to Ali.
Hi, teacher.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Good. Very good. And hi, Hussein.
Hi, Kathleen.
How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you. How about you?
Doing well, thanks. Okay. All right. And let's see, we have a few more students joining. That's great. Hi, Pinar. I don't know if she can hear me. Let's see. Ali, the Ali that just joined.
Yes, I'm here.
Hi, how are you?
Hi. Good. Everything is good.
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling you from Netherlands.
Ah, from the Netherlands. Okay, very cool. Nice to have you here.
Thank you.
And hello, Alonso.
Hello, how are you?
Doing very well. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Good. Alonso, where are you calling from?
I live in Chile, in Santiago de Chile.
Chile. Okay, very cool. And Pinar?
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Thank you. What about you?
Good. Where are you calling from?
I'm from Turkey.
Ah, from Turkey. Okay. Cool. Great. Okay. So, nice to have all of you here. And as I said at the beginning of class, I think Daniel is here. Today's class is essentially about casual speaking practice, right? So, we're going to practice the conversations that native speakers have on a daily basis, which might seem sort of obvious or basic, but sometimes they can be difficult to do in a non-native language, right? Because often these are not the things that you learn in school, right? In school you learn grammar, you learn spelling, you learn a lot of important things, but you don't always learn how to start up a conversation with someone that you meet on the street, for instance. So for the first part of class, we're really just going to practice making casual conversation with people that we know or we have just met. Okay? And then for the second part of class, we're going to sort of create some dialogues um, for everyday situations. So things like eating in a restaurant, going to the doctor's office, buying a ticket from someone, um, calling calling a company and asking for help, or talking about a problem, something like that. Okay, and we have one.
Okay,
join us. Adam? Adam?
Yes, hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Good, thank you. Okay, so this might be repetitive for you, Hussein, I'm not sure. But for the first part of class, we're going to practice making small talk. Okay? So, small talk. Has anyone heard this term before?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, what does it mean?
Little conversation.
Okay, yeah, they're sort of the little conversations that you have with acquaintances. Okay, good. Anything to add, Ali?
For example, when you are waiting bus station or you are on elevator, something like that,
Yeah.
you speak someone for killing time for
Yeah.
short
Good.
time.
Excellent. Okay, did everyone hear that?
It's the first time
Yes.
that I hear this
Yes.
word.
Good. Yeah, so it's, for instance, he gave some great examples. So if you meet someone on the elevator or waiting for a train, right? Or just in any of these little interactions, you need to be able to hold a conversation with these people, right? And it might be easy in your native language, but sometimes it's difficult in a language that you're learning. So we're going to practice that first. So, I have a question for you. What are some good topics for small talk?
Weather.
The weather, yeah. Right? That's the classic topic. What else?
TV shows.
Yeah, shows, sports. Anything else?
Politics.
Okay, politics.
It's controversial topic.
Politics and economic.
Okay, I think it depends, right? Because if you meet someone and you say, a very political statement, and they happen to have very different views from your own, that sometimes is not a great conversation starter. And I guess it depends on where you live, right? In the U.S., there are a lot of very divided political views, so talking about politics is not always the best idea in the U.S.
Okay, I agree with you.
Okay.
Maybe sports. Soccer.
Sport, yeah.
Sport.
Uh-huh.
Fashion, maybe.
Fashion, maybe, yeah.
Clothes.
Maybe about weather.
Weather, yeah. That's classic. Good. Okay, a lot of good topics. Okay. You could also talk about, something you heard in the news. Maybe ask them about school or work, or simply, how has your day been? What have you been doing today? What plans do you have for this weekend? Whatever, right? So just sort of little light topics. Okay. There are also some topics that are generally bad ideas to sort of bring up in these small talk situations. So can anyone think of a potentially bad topic for small talk?
Politics.
Yeah, politics, I would say, is one of them.
Yeah.
Come on, no.
About religion, maybe.
Religion. Mm-hmm. Good. Any others?
Personal topics.
Yeah, so extremely personal information, right? Absolutely.
To say something beautiful, amen, to a woman.
Uh-huh. Okay. So yeah, if you
good topic, women.
Yes.
okay, so I think Daniel has a good point, right? Essentially,
Or you don't say anything and you see through other people. No, see and not say anything.
Uh-huh.
See directly any part of the body.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. So I think essentially saying anything that you know could make the other person uncomfortable is
Yes.
probably not a good idea. Okay. Good. So yeah, I was thinking of all of those things, right? So personal information, usually like money and salary are not great ideas. And then super emotional issues, right? Things like abortion, the death penalty, things like that. Okay. All right, and a question. Is small talk something you'll be doing with, let's say, your best friend?
Usually, no.
Okay, good. Why?
It will be with a stranger, someone you don't know him very much.
Yeah.
Maybe you're, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, right? So this is something, so with your best friend, right, you're not going to say, oh, you know, the weather is great, right? Isn't the weather good today? You're going to talk about something that's probably more substantial because you know each other well, right? You don't have to have these sort of empty conversations. So this is more applicable to acquaintances. Usually you've just met at a party or just met on the train or a friend of a friend, things like that. Okay, so we're going to practice making small talk. Okay, so essentially you are going to speak with each other. We'll do this in pairs and practice making small talk. Okay, and any questions before we get started with our speaking activity? Okay, so the way this works, I need 2 volunteers, and I'm going to give you a topic, and I want you to speak with one another and try to have a fluid conversation, right? A very comfortable, nice conversation for 2 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to sort of time you, and I'll give you about 2 minutes and then say stop. And then we will just make some comments on your conversation. I'll give you some feedback. Okay, so can I have 2 volunteers to start? Okay, Ali, you would like to do one? You said in the chat? Okay, so Ali and Hussein. Okay, great. All right, so Ali and Hussein, thank you for volunteering. So I'm going to give you a topic. Let's see. We can start with this one. I'm going to share my screen. So I've created some different topics, and for each topic I've come up with some questions that you can use to ask each other if you sort of want to move the conversation along, or you know, you run out of things to say, whatever. Okay, so Ali and Hussein, here is your topic. Can you see this?
Yes.
Great. Okay, so 2 minutes. Go ahead.
Okay. Hi, Ali.
Hi, Hussein.
What have you been up to?
Sorry, what did you say?
How are you?
Thanks. You?
I'm-
Everything okay?
Yeah, everything is okay.
Yeah, that's
I wonder about if you play any sports.
actually I used to play tennis, but usually, but these times, didn't. But nowadays, no, I just go to gym for fitness. Nothing.
You don't play tennis anymore.
No, unfortunately, it's difficult to play tennis in Netherlands. And, yeah.
Maybe you watch it on TV or something.
Yes. Most of the time, I follow most of the tournaments, and yeah, that's great.
Do
What
you
about
do
you?
you Then I use it to practice Muay Thai. It's a kind of boxing, but right now I don't do it anymore. Sometimes I watch it on TV, like you do for tennis. Sometimes there are good matches, but I don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
And let me ask you if you follow any particular team while you watch tennis, like maybe I don't know. I
Uh,
really don't know much about tennis. Maybe you can explain me
yes,
a little bit.
tennis is more individual, but there's some kind of the double players. But actually, my favorite tennis player is Andy Murray. He's from Ireland. Yeah, and after that, Nadal, Rafael Nadal from Spain. Both
Yeah.
of them are great.
Yeah. Do you watch them generally when they have a match?
Yes, most of the time I watch their games, and yeah, they're great.
Yeah, I got it. And what
Okay,
can
good. You
you?
can
Yeah. Okay.
stop.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I just forgot I was muted. Excellent. Okay, good. So, Hussein, as always, you are great at keeping the conversation flowing, right? You ask a lot of questions, and that makes people feel comfortable if you seem like you're genuinely interested in the other person. Okay, so let's get some feedback from the class. What did you think? Did they do a good job?
I think so.
Yes, I think so.
Okay. What was good about their conversation? What did they do well?
It was fluent and I understood 80%.
Okay, good. Great.
But it's not my favorite trend. Sports, I don't like it.
Ah, okay, it's not your favorite topic. Okay,
No.
got it. Okay, good. Yeah, any other comments? Okay, good. So yeah, I think again, asking a lot of questions, that's great. And Hussein especially asked, even saying, actually, I don't really even know that much about tennis. Could you explain a little bit to me? Right? So you're showing a lot of um, genuine interest, or interest that seems genuine, and that's what matters. Okay. And one small correction, you guys made very few mistakes. Ali, I heard I used to play any sports, right? And I think you meant to say that you played all sports or a lot of sports, right?
Sorry, I couldn't catch you. Is it possible to
No
repeat what was
problem.
the mistake
I
exactly?
heard this. Maybe I misheard. I heard I used to play any sports, and it was just a very small mistake. I think you meant to say I used to play a lot of sports, right? Ali?
Yes, is it correct? I'm not sure.
Ah, sorry. No. So the mistake is any, right? So any here, we can't use any here. We have to say either many or a lot of. Okay, so just a very small mistake. I just wanted to point that out. But on
Yeah,
the whole, very, very good.
any is for the question sentences and the negative sentences. Yes.
Excellent. Yes, absolutely. So for questions and negatives, very good.
Yeah.
All right, good. Okay, so I need two more volunteers.
Okay, I'm a volunteer.
Okay. Pinar, and who will speak with her? Anyone?
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, great. So, your topic is a very classic one, okay? it's just simply, what are you up to these days? Okay, and so if you're not sure exactly what that means, you have the meaning here. So sort of, tell me some things you've been doing in your free time. You know, what are you doing to keep busy, etc. Okay, so whenever you're ready, again, I'll sort of give you 2 minutes, and I'll say stop after 2 minutes have passed. So go ahead.
Okay. Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Thank you. Fine. Hello.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, can you two hear one another?
No, I can't
Yes.
hear.
You can hear each other.
I can
I
hear
can hear you,
clearly.
Caitlin, but I cannot hear.
Adam. Okay, Adam. Pinar can't hear you. She's saying.
Okay.
I can hear him, Pinar.
Okay.
Wait, so let's see, Adam. Can you say something, and let's see, Pinar. Let's see if you can hear him.
I can hear her very clear.
Did you hear that, Pinar?
Yes. Okay, I can hear.
Okay, so let's start it again. Ready? Go ahead.
Okay. Adam, what have you been these days?
These days, I've started reading books about economy.
Are you studying for economy?
No, not right now. I'm studying engineering, but I'm interested also in economy.
Okay.
What about you?
What do you think about? Okay, I'm cycling in the city in this hot weather. And what do you think about this hot weather?
It depends. In my country, it's not very hot. I think that autumn started already here, so it's
really?
not that bad. Yes.
We are in the middle of summer, and it's really hot these days.
Yes, I'm in a special region. I'm just near to the sea. That's why the weather here is much more better than other parts here in Middle East.
Okay. Are you swimming?
Yes, but not all the time. Maybe days a week like this.
Okay, good. Good. Okay, so all right. I think a little bit of a rough start, but I think Pinar, you especially asked a lot of good questions, right? And I think by the end of the conversation, you were doing well. Okay. The only really mistake I heard, I heard the weather is bitter. Adam,
Yes.
did you mean the weather is? Okay. You meant to say the weather is better.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. I just realized. I thought you were saying bitter because bitter is also an adjective, right? And bitter means like sour.
Yes, I know. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so I misheard that. Okay. All right, great. So, class, let's get some feedback. What did they do well? What should they work on?
One said, "Are you swimming?" I think it should be like, "Do you swim?" Generally, "Are you swimming?" means like, right now, are you swimming?
Yeah, good,
It's not.
Hussein.
It's not possible.
Yeah, okay, so good. So that's an issue with the present continuous and the present simple, right? So yeah, as Hussein said, are you swimming is in the moment. You could say, do you like to swim? You could say, do you like to
Yes, you're
swim?
right. But I mean, these days, he said, I'm living in seaside, so I want to ask nowadays he's swimming or not. But you are right. Thank you.
Okay, good. So if you want to specify in these days, this is obviously a small problem. Good. You can say, have you been swimming lately? You can say, so have you been swimming lately? And that kind of implies I'm talking about these days in particular. Okay, good. And so this is just, yeah, so we're using a perfect tense to talk about these days that continue into the present. Okay, all right, any other comments?
I think it wasn't like small talk. They were talking like they are different countries and they are close friends. Maybe on the phone or something like that. They were talking, right?
Okay, interesting comment. Okay, so you think that they sounded more like they already knew each other.
Yeah, because she said here is very hot, and other person said in my country
Okay.
it's not very hot, something like that.
Okay, interesting. All right, so other thoughts? Do you agree with Ali? Okay, I think in general, yeah, it was maybe not quite as comfortable as the first conversation we heard, but in general, well done. Okay? And I would say just, again, making sure you are asking a ton of questions and showing genuine interest in the other person. Okay. Great. Can I have 2 more volunteers?
I could.
Okay, Daniel?
Me?
Good. Who was that? Chicken?
Me?
Who
Anna?
volunteered? Who was that?
Maybe me.
Okay, it was
My
Ali?
favorite partner.
Okay, good. All right, so Daniel and Ali. Okay, good. So, let's see. I'm going to give you a topic. Let's see. Let's do this one. Okay, so here you're going to be talking about upcoming plans. Okay, so Daniel and Ali, whenever you're ready, go ahead.
Hi, what's up?
I don't know. I'm very well. How about you?
I'm fine. I'm thinking about my weekend, my next weekend.
Do you have any plans for weekend?
Yes, maybe I'm going to holidays. It's the beginning of my holidays.
What do you think for your holiday?
Sorry, and
What will you do in your holiday?
maybe we're going to go to the beach or to the mountain. I don't know. Maybe if I have money enough, sorry, enough money, could be a trip on Europe. I don't know. And you? What are you up to this weekend?
We I will have a party on this weekend. It's a kind of house party. I invite my close friends to my party Saturday night. I think we will have a great time.
Sounds good. Could
Yeah.
you invite me?
Yes, why not? If you want to come to my party,
I take a
of
flight
course.
to Turkey, and right now I'll be here. I'll be there for your
Okay.
great party.
Yeah, why not?
Good, good. Okay, look at this, making friendships on Verbling. Okay, excellent. All right, so class, can we have some feedback for Daniel and Ali? What did they do well, and what do they need to work on? Don't be shy. Okay, well, the rest of the class thinks that your conversation was perfect. They have no feedback, so that's good. I have a few small comments. In general, I thought it was also very good. Daniel, I liked the way that you introduced your conversation. Right? You said, he asked you what you were doing, and you said, oh, I'm just thinking about my plans for this weekend. Right? So a very natural way to sort of start this conversation. Okay, a few small mistakes. I don't remember who said these, but I heard someone say, maybe we are going to the beach. Okay, when you're talking about this weekend, it's just a tense problem here. I think, so you could say, without the maybe, you could say, we're going to the beach, right, if you're sure. But when we have the maybe, we can't really use the present continuous. So here, a more natural way to say this would be, we might go to the beach. We might go to the beach. Again, a small error. I heard someone say, on this weekend, right? And then you can just take away the on. So simply this weekend, right? And then quickly I want to review the differences, if any, between I'm going to and I will, or going to and will, to talk about the future.
Are you planning now?
Sorry?
If you use are going to or to be going to, it's your planning.
You're planning on it. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
okay, good.
it's suddenly you think about it. You'll do it.
Yeah, you'll do it. Okay, yeah, I think that's a good differentiation, right? We're going to is sort of, you have this plan. And I will is more sort of strong. It's saying, like, I absolutely will do this weekend. So native speakers tend to say, we're going to, when we speak. I've thought about it, and I very rarely, so I almost never use will when I'm speaking in the future tense. So if you want to sound a bit more natural, right, I would try to use I'm going to, or we're going to, or if you really want to sound like an American, you can say I'm gonna, or we're gonna. Okay, so we really, how we speak quickly and we sort of combine words, that turns into, so I'm going to turns into I'm gonna.
In the United States, say I'm going to go.
We're gonna go to the beach. Instead of we're going
to the beach. Okay,
I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna go.
Or we're going to have dinner. Let's use this as an example.
We're gonna
Often here, we're gonna have dinner.
have.
Ah, we're gonna have dinner. Okay.
Yeah, so we're going to, we sort of smush together and it turns into gonna. Okay, and so you should never, ever, ever write this unless you're sending like a text or something to a very good friend. But if you're ever writing formally or at work, it's always going to. But speaking, you'll hear gonna. All right, any questions? Okay, I need two more volunteers.
Okay, now I'm volunteer.
Okay, Matt and who else has not gone?
Oops.
Let's see. Zoom Ming, would you like to try?
Yes.
Okay, great. So we have Matt and Zoom Ming. Okay. So your category will be. Let me see. Okay, this one. Oh, you're going to talk about food.
Ah, food, because I'm Italian.
Exactly. So you can talk about the wonderful food of Italy. Okay, so Ming and Matt, you have 2 minutes to talk about food. Go ahead.
Okay. Who is the name? Sorry.
Ming.
Min.
Yeah. Yes.
Sorry, Min. Your name is Min.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. Thank you. Okay. Food. And do you like a pasta?
What is pasta?
Pasta.
Yeah. What is pasta?
Pasta you know pasta?
No.
With you know? I don't.
He doesn't know what it is. Explain what pasta is.
What it is?
And this is a typical food, Italian food. Okay.
Yes.
But you don't know this. I said another things for food. Do you like pizza? You know pizza. On the
Yes,
word.
I love pizza, but I'm not eat pizza usually. Maybe one time a month, but I like it.
Okay. Oh, usually in Italy I eat pizza often on the months.
Oh, yeah. How many
because,
times?
No, Italy pizza, Italian pizza. Okay,
Yes.
with tomato, mozzarella. Okay, you
Yes.
know. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
And what kind of food do you like?
I like the steaming fish. You know the steaming fish with the rice.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know steaming fish.
Steamed fish, right?
Yes. Steamed fish.
Ah, okay, stealth fish. Okay.
Okay,
In your
I'm going to stop you two there.
okay.
All right. So, interesting. So, obviously, like different foods are eaten where both of you come from, right? And it makes for an interesting conversation. Okay. So, some feedback for Matt and Sung Ming. What did you think of the conversation, class?
Give us feedback, guys.
Yes. Give us. Maybe you will realize our conversation is excellent.
No, excellent.
I think
We,
that at the beginning he said, "I'm not eating," something like this.
Mm-hmm.
He should say, "I don't eat."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good. Right, because I'm not eating, again, it's a present simple, present continuous issue. Can be difficult, right? I'm not eating would mean I'm not eating right now. Whereas you would say, no, I don't eat this in general. Okay, any other comments? What were some of the things that they did well?
I think that they asked the main issues, and they firstly he showed his interest by questions.
Okay, yeah, good. I think I agree. I think they asked a lot of good questions. Okay, and yeah, apart from a few small grammatical errors, I think it would have been a long, interesting conversation about very different food from two very different countries. Okay, so we have about 15 minutes left. Hold on, I'm going to come back. Okay, so thank you all very much for participating in those discussions. Okay, before we move on to the last part of the class, do you have any questions?
sorry, Kate, past. I heard past verb.
Uh-huh.
You say the past. Okay,
What about past?
okay.
What is that? Matt?
No, I don't have.
Okay, all right. I'm not sure what the question was. You can type the question. I couldn't really understand the question. Okay, so for the last about 15 minutes of the class, we're going to create a dialogue. And I want this to be relevant to all of you. So I want you to give me some ideas for some situations in which you have to speak English. Okay, so when do you think you will be most likely to need to speak English? So this could be in a restaurant, in a doctor's office, in a store, when you're calling a company for help. Tell me which of these situations, or something obviously that I didn't say, are the situations in which you are most likely to need to speak English with another person.
Job
In a store.
interview.
A job interview, okay. What else?
When you lost,
What's that?
when you lost in a country in which nobody speaks your native language.
Absolutely, when you're lost, so asking for directions.
Direction, yeah.
Well, I use the navigator in the car.
Okay, so
Good solution.
imagine that we don't have any technology.
Okay, poor.
All right, any other ideas?
Shopping.
Shopping, okay.
I have the problem when I go for the shopping clothes.
Okay,
Okay, I have big problem.
what's the problem? Oh, asking for help.
Asking for help
Okay.
because I don't remember never the name clothes. Okay.
Okay. All right. Good. So shopping is one of them. Okay.
While on a trip in another country.
Yeah. Okay. So when you're on a trip, so travel.
Travel.
I think at the airport.
What's that? At the airport. Good.
Yes. When I have to asking for advice uh, for departures, especially in the airport in a foreign country.
Yeah, good. So you're asking about, when you have to check into your flight, when you have to ask about flight times, things like that. Good.
Yes, and the schedule, I don't know, or schedule.
Okay, the schedule. The schedule.
Schedule.
Yes.
Yeah. Great. Okay, good. So I think I want to practice creating a dialogue, so a conversation between two people, where I'm going to use Hussein's idea about asking for directions. Okay, so one person will need to be a lost tourist or a lost traveler, okay? And the other person will need to be the local who can help with directions. Okay, so let's think about the basic structure of this conversation. How would this conversation go?
How can I go to the train station?
Okay, yeah, so let's see.
Okay.
Right.
Yes.
So if we're saying,
when I stay in a new city for visiting a museum, church, and I ask the help for.
yeah, good. So essentially, how can I get to, and then whatever you're looking for. Okay, I would say before you simply ask someone, how do I get to this? You sort of have to wave them down and say, what would you say? If you see someone on the street and you're lost and you think that they can help you, what can you say to get them to come speak with you?
Sorry, can I ask you a question?
Great. Good, yeah, so
May
sorry,
I?
or excuse me.
Yes. Or may I ask?
May I ask? Could I ask?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay,
Oh,
good.
I asked, sorry, I need your help.
Okay, yeah, or alternatively, sorry, I need your help with something. And then if you say this, I would maybe say, do you have a minute?
Yes.
Right? So I'm asking for someone's time. So I want to know, do you have a minute? Right? Okay, and so unless this person is a New Yorker, they will probably help you. So what will they say?
Sure.
No problem, ma'am.
Sure, or no problem.
No problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. Good. And so now you'll ask, how can I get to? Da, da, da. Okay.
How can I get you?
So and then whatever you're looking for.
Okay.
How
Or
can
you
I help you?
How can I help you?
I'm lost.
More.
I'm lost, right? Or how can I get to? Da, da, da. Okay. And so and then now you think that they should say, how can I help you?
Yes.
Can I help you?
Okay. So they already know how they can help you, though, right? They know that you need directions.
Yeah, that is very easy.
What's that?
You can get the test.
Yeah. Good. So essentially here, it's the directions. Right? So imagine, they're saying,
Follow the street.
yeah, follow this street for 3 blocks, and you'll see the train station on your right. This is just an example, right?
Oh, sorry, Kate, I have a question.
Yeah.
Usually, I heard in different situation for the street, okay, road, way.
Uh-huh.
It's different or it's the same?
Yeah, so it depends. On signs, like where you have the street name, sometimes you'll see other names. So you might see like Pine Street, Pine Road, Pine, whatever.
Okay, okay,
But
but I said often I heard the people in another city use the no street but way or road.
yeah, so I would say street and road are probably the most common.
Okay.
But of all, I think street is usually what you'll hear the most, to be frank.
Okay.
Okay? So, this is just an example, beginning directions. Okay? And the conversation goes from there, right? The person who's lost might need to clarify some things. Person B might need to explain or even draw a map to help them. And then at the end, the person who's looking for directions says thank you, I appreciate it, blah, 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 and they say goodbye. Okay, so we have like a very basic, very, very basic structure to how this conversation might go. And I want to see if any of you two are brave enough to try to improvise this conversation between person A, who is the lost tourist, and person B, who is the local. So can I have 2 volunteers?
I'm the local.
You're the local, okay.
And I can be the lost man because I experienced it before.
Okay, good. All right, so whenever you're ready, go ahead.
Daniel, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Excuse me, sir. Can I ask you a question real quick?
Sure, no problem. How can I help you?
Yeah, I'm really lost. I don't know anything about this city, and if you could explain me how I can get to train station, it would be really great.
Oh, you are too far. If you're going to walk, it take you at least 1 hour. If I were you, I take a taxi.
Okay.
What would you do?
I'm a student. I don't have a lot of money to pay for taxi. Maybe
Okay.
Can I take a bus or something
Okay.
to go there?
I didn't know. I don't know the bus, but I could tell you the best route for a walk.
Okay.
You take the 15th Avenue and walk at least 5 blocks, and then you turn on your right.
Okay.
Walk at least 30 minutes, and on your left, you're in front of the
I didn't understand
in front of the
anything.
station.
Okay, so that sounds like a terrible option.
Yeah.
When you find
maybe in the subway.
Maybe I'd better take a taxi, as you said.
Yes. It's the best
Okay.
way.
Yeah.
All right, so say goodbye to each other.
Goodbye.
My
Thank you.
friends.
Thank you.
My friends.
Yes. Thank you.
All right, good. Okay, so thank you. Okay, yeah, and that's something that happens a lot, right? Sometimes you'll ask, and people say, I don't know, I think it's to the right, or I think you just have to go past, that old church up there. And you're like, what old church are you talking about? I don't live here, so I have no idea what you're talking about, right? So a lot of times there's really this back and forth in these conversations asking for directions. Okay, can I have 2 more volunteers to play out this conversation in a different way?
Yes.
Okay? And one more?
I can be the other one.
Good. Okay, so go ahead.
Okay, I'll be A.
Who is who?
I'll be A or B.
You're A.
A, okay. Excuse me, I need your help. I have this address and I don't know how to do it. Can you help me?
Sure, there is no problem. It's my pleasure to help you. How can I help you?
Yes, I showed you an address already, okay, and I asked you to help me about this address. I took it to yes, a friend's house like this.
Yes. If you go straight ahead, after 2 blocks, you should you should turn right, and it is exactly across the huge supermarket that you can see in your right or left.
Oh, that's just yeah, very near. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your
Welcome.
help.
Have a good day.
You
Okay.
too.
Good. Okay, so very friendly, right? Often it's not this simple, but good. Okay, so we're running out of time, unfortunately. I'm sorry we did not have too much time to practice these dialogues. But are there any questions before we end the class?
Sorry,
Yes.
I have a question.
Yeah?
Exactly, I like to know the difference between may and can. Where should we use can and where should we use may?
Okay, so when you're making a request, so like, can I open the window versus may I open the window? So when we're little in school, our teachers always say that we should use may, right? Because it sounds more polite. So if you use may, it sounds very polite, very nice, right? May I please do this? Or may I help you with something? However, I would say we more often, and especially in informal situations, use can. Okay?
Thank you. Yeah,
No problem.
thank you.
All right, so I'm going to have to end the class here. Thank you all for your participation. You did a great job. As always, feel free to message me with any questions, and otherwise have a great afternoon. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
Bye.
you.
You too, Kate.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.